Hello everyone, welcome back. And today we're going to be playing Fiddlesticks. And we'll be facing off against the Nagakebouros adventure from the Nightmares campaign. I just got offered the Nora's Portal Accelerator in the Glory shop, and I decided to buy it because it's one of the upgrades that are like core for Fiddlesticks. And I want to test it out, and we're going to test it out here because I feel like this is going to be a decent enough challenge. With this setup, Fiddlesticks really focuses on dealing a bunch of cheap damage to proc his power a bunch of times, terrify a bunch, and grow your units by a lot. But it's also kind of reliant on the opponent not having a lot of early game aggression, and Nagakebouros can dish out a ton of damage on the opponent's attacking turns, so it might be a problem for us once we get there, but that's exactly what I'm going to test out. Quick draw, boarding party, phantom pranks. Both the phantom pranks and the boarding party really synergize with our deck. We really want to use the ship damage to proc our power a bunch of times. I'm going to take the phantom pranks. That way trading in my own units won't feel too bad because I still get value out of them. Then we can take... I would prefer 1-drops to proc our shock and awe. Since none of these are 1-drops, I'm just going to reroll. Key Guardian, no. Come on, 1-drops. A champion with 1-drops. Vex kind of has synergy with the Gloom, but no. These are 1-drops. Black Spear is okay. Callista could be better, but this could be significantly worse. Let's just pick up the Callista. Slaughter Dogs, item chest. Let's go for the item chest. Hopefully we can get a shop along the way and we can purchase some more 1-drops. Because that's what it's all about. We just want a bunch of 1-drops to get shock and awe value, and then hopefully we get some units that summon other units along the way, so that we have value so that we get value out of the Portal Accelerator. This is pretty good. We can do Haunted Relic, Lurking Nightmare turn 1. All of the spirits get impact. I'm actually going to hold back this single Lurking Nightmare because I don't want it to die. I want at least one unit to stick around to benefit from the bountiful harvest. We terrify a bunch here. Like, that's 4 times 4 times 4. So 12 terrify if I'm not mistaken. We did forcibly make the opponent hit deep, which might not be too great for us. Oh, the opponent doesn't even bother attacking. I guess it's because my own units are too large for him. Let's just kill him. No need to dilly-dally. Okay, against the first encounter we didn't struggle a lot, but the real challenge is going to be against the Nagakebouros. Corina, Soul Squirrel, Curious Shellfolk. Come on, 1-drops. This is not a 1, and this is not a 1. Oh, this is terrible. I guess I'll pick up the Cursed Keeper. Now let's pick up the Greenblade Duo. At the very least it can go under the opponent's stuff. None of these are a 1-drop, so I don't care.
I accept your terms.
Now my early game is a little bit worse because we have one additional non-1 cost unit in our deck. Guess I still keep it in hand just because it's okay with the Lurking Nightmare summoning something else alongside it. It's going to ramp us up as well, so I might be able to get some extra plays in. Like next turn we can do Callista False Friend. That's not the worst thing in the world.
What's the rush, huh?
We don't terrify as many cards as we did last time around, but we terrify enough. This is now a very large unit that can safely trade into the tentacle. Let's do just that. Let's do Callista False Friend. Like so. Next turn. We could do Dread Harvester on the tentacle. I think that's okay. Gets rid of that right away. And then we can just attack with everything. The opponent loses 45 health. He's going to get a Dreadway. But I don't really care. Because I have a full board of units. And they're all going to be massive. Exactly, 11 cards in deck. I could do Crow Storm. Let's do Crow Storm. Force even more terrifies out of the opponent. Ooh, he stole one of my Crow Storms. Cool, but it's not good enough. Let's just close out the game. We definitely would have gotten the victory sooner if we had the more 1 cost in hand. In that case, we definitely want more Haunted Relics and more 1 costs. Let's see what we get out of the reward. Maybe it's the power that summons a Bastine Disciple. No. Instead we get Corina for 2. Activate the effects of all traps on top 5 cards of the opponent's deck. I don't think that's good enough. Let's just take the Yoink because it's cheap and be done with it. Ooh. Explosive Finale or Enfielding Strike. Let's take the Explosive Finale. The opponent's units might die from the Gloom, and that helps us get some damage in. Or some additional damage in. Now this is a better first turn hand. Can do Haunted Relic. I'll keep the Reap just in case he plays something. Okay, now we have the perfect turn 1 play. Just Haunted Relic into Lurking Nightmare like we did on the first game. This one's going to lose 12 cards from his deck. It's going to be set to 6 cards in deck. That's something gone. Or that's a large unit gone, I should say. That's another Riptide Rex gone. We even get the Fiddlesticks. Two cards in deck. Let's hope those are good for your own sake, opponent. Doesn't seem like it. I can actually win here. We'll just do Callista to get rid of his last card. And then we force him to draw. There. So far, I guess I am seeing some value on the Norris Portal accelerator, but I don't think he's been good enough to consider it Cory just yet. Let's take the Rite of Calling, I suppose. Salvage. Take as many cards as you want. I don't want those cards, I just want consistency. Let's get rid of the Baleful Seeker. I just don't care about it. I'd much rather get a 1 cost. Now all of my units are going to be ephemeral. And the opponent's going to get an Illaoi on the board. Once Illaoi dies, he's going to rally. And I need to keep a Callista alive, otherwise I'd lose the game. It's okay. I think. I mean, it could be worse. We'll just attack with everything. The opponent doesn't attack with the Illaoi's tentacle. No, he's removing that with the Tandle Invocation. I'm just going to do this to remove the spell shield on the Illaoi. A little bit more damage to his Nexus. This levels up the Illaoi. No, it doesn't. It gets close though. And we don't have units on the board to benefit from the buffs. Okay, now we do. And we get the Fiddlesticks. That should be harder for the opponent to remove. Still going to be tricky to win the game, because these units are going to die. I think I should hold the list in hand just in case it kills the Fiddlesticks. Levels up the Illaoi here. Or at least Illaoi levels up after attacking. We should summon the Callista at the start of the next turn. Yep. If the opponent just has another source of removal, he has the Tentacle Smash. I might just die. Oh well. Let's see what happens. Oh! The opponent just felt like dying, it seems. I mean, he could have Tentacle Smashed one of my units to protect his life total, definitely. Yeah, he just passed the priority back to me for no reason at all then. I guess he wanted to lose. Let's see what we get here. Face Favor, Phage. Let's pick up the Phage for the Fiddlesticks. A little bit of extra stats aren't going to hurt. Thrice Bound summons a Dread Harvester. Round and Terrify 1 for each unit that died this round. Or when an ally dies, deal 1 to the enemy Nexus. That's just even more little chips of damage. So sure. We hit the shop, yeah. We have to go for the shop. So now every single ally dying converts into 2 Terrifies. So this is perfect. Haunted Relic just goes and gives us 4, 8, 16 Terrifies.
water is still.
You must make waves.
You know what? I'm going to take that damage. I want to attack with my units. Just take the 6 and be done.
Fly high.
Let's see what we terrify off of the opponent. The units are going to benefit from the buffs. But if we get 16 units or 16 cards out of the opponent's deck, then the opponent's going to be in a very rough spot. Seven cards in deck. Let's block here. Guess I could block with the Fiddlesticks. Protect the other units, I suppose. We can do this. Verify it again. The opponent's just going to lose his entire deck at this rate. Because of the Dread Harvester. Yeah, that's fine. Feel free to summon any more units that you want and draw as many cards as you want, opponent. Yeah, just like I said, Dread Harvester alone would have been enough. But right now we just saw that we can in fact lead if we don't draw properly. That's a 0 cost unit that works for us. It also works on the Shock and Awe. Come on, 1-drops. Okay, this is a 1-drop. So we pick it up. This is a 1-drop, so we pick it up. Let's increase our density. Shared mana flow. The opponent already starts with like enough mana to play Nagakebouros, so one more mana isn't going to hurt. Let's see if we get even more 1 costs. No, but we can improve the yoink, so I'm going to do that. A healer? Does that mean we get double healers before Nagakebouros? In that case, I should probably use my second or my last reroll here, right? Get the maximum value out of it. And we get a whole bunch of nothing. Nah. I was considering, yeah, I'll purchase it. Why not? It's not going to be one extra copy of that card that's going to make us lose the game. And now we have... okay. A respectable first turn hand. Just do the Haunting Relic and Lurking Nightmare like we've done so far. Ooh, or we can do double Haunted Relic. Nah, I don't think it's necessary. The opponent's not doing anything, which is kind of frightening. Whatever he plays here is going to be rather expensive. But I am going to terrify a bunch of cards from his deck. Oh, or maybe it just passes with full mana for some reason. Do you seriously not want to play a Sea's Voice or something? Just to get it out there? I guess he didn't want to lose the units to the Gloom, maybe? But that translated into him losing like 90% of the cards in his deck. What are you going to do in response, opponent? Sea's Voice for the terror or for the overwhelm, but we have little. We just play Callista, we terrify one, and then we force the opponent to draw with the yoink. There. But this was definitely a problem. We have no way to deal with the large tentacle the opponent gets after all of our terrifies. Ooh, Sinister Poro. That's very good for us. Healer. We're going to cut... we'll cut the Red Harvester. Unfortunately, it's way too slow. And then we'll cut the Black Spear, I guess. And let's see what happens here. The opponent gets the 3 tentacles. So we'll always have viable targets to terrify. The main concern is everything else. This is rather weak for a first turn. What I want to do... I think we do 2 into double 1. Test of Spirit. I don't know if you want to do that, opponent. We definitely don't terrify as much as I'd like. But we can kill the Nagakebouros and we're still terrifying a decent amount. And we don't have a lot of cards in hand, so it's not like the opponent is going to get a lot of extra stats on the tentacle. And we've removed a considerable amount of options. But at least it doesn't have 12 plus power. Never mind, it now has 12 plus power. Let's do Callista. Maybe it distracts the opponent. Oh, we got lucky and hit the Fiddlesticks. That's significantly better for us. Is he going to attack into me? Okay, he's just doing the normal Nagakebouros stuff. I think we can survive. I just need to not kill the Nagakebouros because otherwise he gets another tantrum. Yeah, I'll gladly trade all of my units away just for the sake of surviving. Ouch. At least we do get to level up Callista before she dies. I don't know if that's going to be relevant. But we'll see. I think it just dies, like he... Ooh. Yeah, we can't block here. I forgot the opponent had the extra attack. We can't block the Nagakebouros because... Or... Yeah, the Nagakebouros because if it dies, it just creates another tantrum. That's how we win. We just take the damage. Okay, we actually won. But it was incredibly close. We did. If we didn't have full health, we definitely would have lost. I guess even with a full pay-to-win setup, this encounter really is one of the most unfair in the game. Well, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.